Like when I kick this ball, the sky gonna let me know for sure. Man, it looks like this.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
What we got?
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for the offense versus his own
like
defense.
they
Find
get
the
mad
holes
at
where
block.
guys are available
That's all.
and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there.
Man,
Perfectly
mafia.
executed crossing route. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. We'll look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 93 yards.
Watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. This one complete to Ingram. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Quite the opening drive, Mark.
Yeah, it's how to get the plug in. Yeah, this is crazy motherfucker, boy. Yeah, you ain't lying. That's right, motherfucker lying about. Yeah, they know.
It's the young
incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials.
Damn.
I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial.
I cut Jimmy G shit short. Let me fucked up.
Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on
Yeah, that nigga was 24 million. Suck him out. I'm steady asking murder. Clear the cap. Clear the cap. Shit.
So you feel it. I ain't never faking. I'm the realest since
Man, I cleared the cap, alright. Clear this motherfucking ass the fuck away from this motherfucker.
I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, put the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Yo. Yeah, that shit ridiculous. He trying to leave him in the back burner. Motherfucker hot on his ass.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Yeah, I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going.
Say, you trying to figure out what the fuck going on, huh? Did you change the what's name up? Get that boy in the slot.
See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money.
Hey, G-Fan. What you think about the Junior Reed nigga?
Yeah, drown out my problems. Let me.
Yeah.
With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think
I done already did my 2 trades. I'm done.
If you were me and didn't have it. Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup. between the Washington Redskins and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road. And that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State.
Have a lot of pep in his step after last week's
performance. That's what I did.
Because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win.
The D-back I had I got him, which I should be starting his ass anyway. But I got Sherman starting. But what I need to be doing is, but I got the nigga starting in the 3rd corner spot. So as soon as Sherman asks, because I'm going to trade Sherman after the season. And little buddy will be ready, and then I'll draft me another #1 corner off the draft. Two.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second to the right side before loss.
And done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
He ain't shit. I'm trying to sell him back to May for a 2nd round pick.
And caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Second and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. 2nd down, Haskins. They go screen. This is Ingram. And down he'll go at the 25. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile. You can also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
He gonna get better as the season goes on, but he gonna be bullshit. He gonna be making him block and shit.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football
being played by
defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he
He
wants to
stole
increase
that
that a little
deal,
bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Garoppolo on first
I
down.
ain't have a dime. I wouldn't know nothing.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
Right. You saw the
Couldn't keep his
motherfucker right,
feet
too.
in. 2nd down. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
And everyone always tells me the fullback is leaving the game, and then I say, hold it a second. What about Kyle Juszczyk? 2-time Pro Bowler, maybe the best all-around fullback in the game for his ability to block, catch, and occasionally run the football inside.
12, fellas, here we go. Go ahead, go ahead.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one,
That's
defensive teams,
shit.
they come in
I'm looking at your shit. I say, damn, this nigga fast. I'm going down the right.
Tough to do better than that.
The list of the
And it'll be
fastest
Redskins
motherfuckers
football
in
now with a
the
1st
NFL,
and
boy.
10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's
What
find
the
out who my
plays your ass
playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offensive move a little bit better.
Well, I forgot you were
To
the
get it to the right
Cowboys.
people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A look now at the starters on this 49er defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the
I really
post.
need to
Well
be
done.
having this rookie starting. All of a sudden,
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And
Yeah, he
finds the
did.
tight end,
Motherfucker.
Reed. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team
That's
very
why-
much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no
the
yardage.
motherfucking
and
safety
people
that I
credit
got,
for
I
tackles.
thought about your
Pretty good
ass.
deal.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make...
I'm on goofy shit. That's what I told Lil Larry. I said, shit, I gotta deal with Los and Murder with they cheating shit. I say you just gotta deal with G fans. That's one thing I'm happy I ain't gotta deal with. You gotta deal with something different every year. Still in her. That's Lil Larry. Shit, I had to go back. Nope, I just quit because I just thought about I need to be starting this board. And I'm finna back to the double war starter. Fuck that.
Hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the so she fishing.
Here's that nigga right there I ain't got for the Jaguars for first round pick.
Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait. Cook it up. Gourmet. I go Super Saiyan Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars in the Shawshank. Cook it up. Gourmet.
He'll be a cap 30. Now that nigga 6'1". I thought that nigga 6'3".
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get
confused. That nigga captain spot off the flip.
Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some new.
Made that nigga captain. I was gonna strip his ass from this shit.
Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown.
Get these motherfucking points, baby. So they definitely need to be started.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins.
The onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Redskins and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
On second down, Ingram takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. A look now at the starters on this 49er defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. And what I mean by that is coaching staff putting together a game plan, players executing it. Now both of them are in sync.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Brushing off defenders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Third and 2, now Haskins. Jordan Reed has it, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us.
You say what now? No, it was looking like it was about to rain. Yeah, that bullshit. Oh shit. I sure keep a fan on around this motherfucker. That heat get ugly.
After the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Well, look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 93 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
And they're picking up
because he's still on top winning and shit. Them fat ass
a huge part of that,
shit.
this pass rush, they know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Yeah.
Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard
And they were still hitting his ass.
And this one is right
and they were
now
still hitting
Broadway. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois.
And
Jimmy
Jerome Bettis,
Garoppolo.
too.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
See what number
who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Moss.
50. Here we go. 180.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Alert. 3 down.
Lock.
Check 24.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Dances by him.
Make it happen.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here we go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, a run from Breida.
Right.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect the pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Just failed. Oh, fuck, man. I'm stopping at my weight. I'm stopping at that 100 on wide pole to stop that. 100 before my weight.
A check on Breeda's numbers from last week. 24 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now.
Do that shit. I used to walk out there.
In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total. And they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
3-0 after
185 in high
EA
school.
Sports.
I can throw 350 in the air. That was my max. I throw 375. That was probably my max out right there. Cause them niggas was throwing 4s and 5s. Man, get the fuck out of here. I used to walk out on there. So I was about at, I was 185. I'm probably maxing out at 350. 350, probably 375.
21.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield.
I'm doing my 225s and all that, my 250s and shit.
Get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, here's Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the Redskins scoop it. Through an opening, and there he goes.
My God.
Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio.
They trying to touch me.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Matt Breida in the offense heading back out. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
That one goes for 24 yards.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Garoppolo looking deep for Jennings, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And a big loss is here as he's taken down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
He better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Judon gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo looking deep for Jennings. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Jennings was the one he was looking for. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And Reed with it over the middle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And now another one thrown incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Matt Judon. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Haskins, and he is into the end zone.
Fuck